Okay, so this video might just be a little test run. This video, I wanted to talk about my hair, curly hair. I mean, I know it has a lot to do with, my look as an artist, because, my channel is about music. It's about, my music and my songs and, my talent and putting out the stuff that I write online, and it's a good way to get noticed, etc., etc. But my YouTube channel is also about anything and everything I want it to be about. But when it comes to my music career, having curly hair has a lot to do with my style, right? It's a lot to do with who I am and, what I look like. So yeah, it's really important for me to have like that natural, modest look. That's what I'm all about, modesty and being natural, being comfortable in your own skin and who you are. And curly hair is, everything I am about. And yeah, so I didn't used to wear my hair out curly when I was younger. I used to always have it up in a bun, in elementary school. And I know a lot of kids, a lot of, you know, children wear their hair up, especially in growing up, as a child. And then as I got into high school, no, as I got into junior high school, I started straightening out my hair more. And that's how I used to wear my hair out. I never used to wear my hair out curly ever, ever. Never wear my hair out curly. The most that I ever wore my hair out curly was I used to do like this half up and half down look. Um Growing up, that's how I wore my hair. Um I used to do that, or I used to do like the side ponytail, and then that would make my hair, you know, it would fall out that way. But I would never wear it out the way that I wear it out now. And I don't know why that was. Maybe I don't know. I wasn't taught to like I don't know what it was. I didn't like. I don't know if I didn't like it or it would just get naughty. I didn't know how to take care of it. I mean, um, I don't know what it was. I just don't know, but I didn't used to wear my hair out. And and yeah, that carried out through junior high school to high school. I didn't wear my hair out curly. I think I tried a couple of times because okay, my curl hair journey is like a long story, but um let me just continue. So there was like a couple of times that I did wear my hair out curly in high school because I got a curly perm, which is what is it? I think it's called a perm, and it's like basically for curly hair. And oh, relaxer. It's not a perm, it's a relaxer. That's what it's called. It's been such a long time, I forgot. But basically, I got a relaxer on my hair, which is for curly hair, right? So it basically relaxes the curls and makes them easier to blow out, but it's so damaging to the hair. And I did that the first time, I think I was in junior high school, and that time it was okay. It's a little bit dangerous. I got like scabs on my scalp because it was bled. It bleeds. It was really strong, and so it broke through the skin on my scalp. And that's how dangerous those things are. I would never recommend that to anybody to get a relaxer or a perm on your hair. It's just so bad. And knowing what I know today, knowing what I know now, I would just suggest you do things naturally, like with water. Water is so powerful. It's better for you versus any relaxer or perm, which is just so instant, but at the end of it, it's just not worth it. But yeah, so let's see, what was I saying? So, um, I basically got a relaxer in junior high school, and at that time, it was all right. But then I did it again in high school, and after maybe like a couple of so after you get the relaxer, right, and you wet your hair, you try to leave it out curly, it's a little bit more manageable, and it's a little bit the curls are a little bit softer, and I don't know, I liked how it looked, so I wore it out my hair like a couple of times. I could count, probably like 5 times throughout my whole high school career. I wore it out, but it was like immediately after I got the relaxer, and I kept doing it. Because once you do it, it's hard to stop. And so yeah, I never really learned how to love my curls. I never really learned how to wear my hair, and I think it was in college, and I was just like, oh, my curls, I really wanted to wear it out, but it was all damaged. It was all processed from like the straining irons and like blowing out the hair and the gels and, all these chemicals and all these things on my hair. And I just couldn't find a way to fix it. I couldn't find a way to really wear my hair out. And so I decided that I would shave my hair. So I went bald. I might have been, I think I was 21 when I did it, and I just woke up one morning. And this is something that I had always wanted to do. Again, I wouldn't really recommend this method. It's kind of really drastic, you know what I mean? Just for one day, just to go bald. But I always wanted to have the confidence to just redo my whole hair. And that's what I did. I cut my hair off. I know it sounds crazy, and I just woke up one morning and I just like snipped it all off and I just cut it all off and then I shaved it and I was just bald. And I know I was in college, but I don't have any pictures, unfortunately. I think somebody in that school, I went to CUNY Queens, um and they I know someone there has a picture of me bald. I was in the music studio. I was in the dance studio at the time when they took a picture. So I know someone there has it, but I don't. I don't have it. I didn't take a picture, unfortunately. And then I just regrew my hair, and that's how I got my curls back. And it was just like so. I don't know. For me, it was like it's something that I wanted to do. It's not like I lost my hair or anything like that. But for me, it was really like freedom. I felt like freedom. You know what I mean? I didn't have to care about my hair. I didn't have to wake up in the morning and care about, brushing my hair or how it looked. I could just get up in the morning and just put on my clothes and go. I didn't feel like I had to hide behind it. Like I felt the most beautiful at that time. And I know it sounds weird. I know it sounds like, yeah, right, you're lying, but I really did because I felt like who I was really stood out. And sometimes I realized, how much I used my hair. Like I used my hair like for pictures and, you hide behind your hair in a kind of, in a kind of way that you can't when you're bald because there's nothing you could do. There's nothing, you know what I mean? You're just looking at your face, your full face and that's it. And yeah, I just remember like trying to embrace the change, trying to embrace the difference um in how I looked. And I just remember feeling like trying to find another way to feel beautiful. And I had to really look inside of myself and find what that meant. And I remember just looking in the mirror and just feeling like so beautiful just for who I was, not because of my hair or makeup or anything like that, but just because of me. Um, but then, I did really miss having hair. I really missed you know, it's really funny because like you think you know someone, right? You think you know me because of my YouTube channel, but you didn't know I was bald before. That's a random fact. But yeah, I really missed having hair. It really makes you appreciate things. And after that, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna grow out my hair. This is a good thing because now after all the chemicals, all the processing, all the flat irons and all that, I can just regrow my hair. I could just start all over. And so that's what I did. And I really learned that, I really realized, that life is short, you know what I mean? And, I know sometimes, I know this is the same for like, people with straight hair too. Like there's some people with straight hair that also feel that same way about their hair and, they feel uncomfortable to wear it out. It's kind of that like, that saying, you don't know if the grass is greener on the other side, or it might seem that way, you know what I mean? But like sometimes people with curly hair, they wish they had straight hair, but even people with straight hair, they wish that they had curly hair, you know? So it just goes both ways. And and yeah, so I was just like, life is too short for you to be, really critical of yourself and really feel this way. You know what I mean? You should just embrace it because you just never know. You might just wake up one morning and just shave your hair off. You know what I mean? You might just not have hair anymore. You never know. And so I realized how much time I wasted, and I try to really think about why did I not have, why didn't I wearing my hair out, or what happened, like what went wrong? Why did I feel the need to start all over? Because I didn't want to grow out my hair and then have the same thing happen to myself. So I decided that I was going to just start over, right? Just grow it out, and I wouldn't use, a lot of gels. I wouldn't use gels. I wouldn't straighten out my hair anymore. I wouldn't do any of those things that damaged my hair before. And so it's been how many years? It's been like 8 years, I think, 8 or 7 years. And and this is the length that it is now. And I haven't straightened it out once. The most I've done is just put in rollers. I've only put it in rollers, and that was like as straight as it gotten, and I decided that it wasn't worth it to do that either because you can still mess up with the curl texture and stuff. Um And yeah, so I just started over. I decided I wouldn't use processed chemicals, gels, nothing like that. And I just grew out my hair. Um, and it was just like a slow process, but it's kind of difficult because when you shave your hair, you know, it starts to grow, and then it's like something makes you want to do it all over again. And I think I cut it short again a couple of times. And even this one time I tried this hairstyle, those hairstyles that half is shaved and the other is out. So I tried that after like the first 6 months, and then I had to restart again. So a lot of crazy things have happened when it comes to my hair. And then I just decided, just forget it. No matter what happens, no matter what style I want, I'm just gonna let it grow and grow, as long as it possibly can. Um, and yeah, so what I did was I just learned how to appreciate it. I just appreciated what I had, and no matter what, you have to be thankful and grateful for it because again, one day it might be gone. Um, and yeah, so it just started out really slowly. Like, if you're bald, your hair just grows slower and slower, until it's full length. And I just got used to it. That's basically it. I just got used to it, and I didn't do anything to it. I didn't care about looks or, people and their judgments or anything like that. I just, my hair is growing, what could I say? And I just left it like that. And until it started really growing out, then I felt the need to wear gels. I felt the need to like put hairsprays and stuff like that. Um, but then I realized that that's gonna mess up with my hair too. So now my whole curl hair process is just water. All I use is water in my hair because even the shampoos and conditioners are really, really um bad for your hair. And if you're using them constantly, then it's going to mess up with your curls. You're not going to want to wear them out, and you can't wear them out naturally. So right now I know it might look like I have gel in my hair, but all I have is just water. This is just pure water, and I've been doing this for about a year now. I've been only using water, and I know it sounds difficult because I remember when I used to use shampoo and conditioner, I had to use conditioner in order to comb out my hair. But the trick is, just to comb out smaller pieces of your hair. And I always comb out my hair in the shower. I never comb it out dry because it's also damaging to your hair. You need the water to soften it. So I just saturate each piece that each small pieces, and I saturate them in water, and then I comb it out from the bottom all the way to the top. And it just takes some time, but you just have to get used to it until you'll be doing until you get used to it, and then you'll start getting bigger pieces, and then it'll, you'll get used to it. But so that's my secret. That's my beauty secret when it comes to my hair. It's just all water. Now I started using cocoa butter because after a while of, you've it's been years of using conditioners and shampoos, your hair gets really used to it. It's like kind of like drinking coffee in a way. Like if you're a coffee drinker for many years and you just stop drinking coffee, you miss it, and same thing with your hair. Your hair will miss those chemicals. So what you have to, you know, it might, so after a while of doing the water process, your hair might become difficult to comb. So you might want to just take a little bit of conditioner and then just put it in your hair. And that will help you to get your natural curls back. And so that's what's happening to me. It's still coming along. My hair isn't 100% perfect, but it is, getting there. And I also soak my hair in the tub. And I try to do that. I was doing that every day, but it does take, a lot of time, cleaning the tub and everything like that. But I soak my hair in the tub for like about 15 minutes, and that will also help your hair to grow. That will help your curls to, not need gel. At first, it was really hard, and you know what? I didn't even really use gel like that. All I used was like hair conditioners. I used hair conditioners as gel because that's better for you versus the gel. But and my hair, when I started this process of just the water, my hair was really frizzy, and you just have to not care. If your hair just gets frizzy, I mean, it's obvious because you're using just water alone at first. But until your hair heals and, starts, until the water develops your curls, your hair might, be frizzy at first. So just give yourself time. It's worth it. It's worth it to say that you don't need anything in your hair but water, right? You know how much I just, that's a lot of money, right? That's a lot of money that I've saved, and it has been a year already. Um, so yeah, uh, that is what I wanted to talk about in this video, is about my hair, and um how I've learned to love my curls and learn how to wear my hair out. And I wear my hair out every day. I've always wanted to be one of those girls who, always wears their hair out. And I never was one of them. And I just found a way to do that for myself. I found a way to, live my dream, with my hair, and it's all about these little things in life that make you happy, and if it is just wearing your hair out every day, then do it, find a way to do it because you only live once, and you don't want to look back in your life and say, man, I wish I wore my hair out, and you know what I mean? You just don't want to say that. And I said that in my life too. As being in college, wishing that I had done the same. But now, I don't have to look back. I can just look forward. But again, I wouldn't recommend to just going bald. You don't have to go that extreme if you don't want to. Looking back on it, maybe knowing the power of water and how powerful it actually is, that's really all I needed, right? Because at that time my hair was longer than this. And I must have been like about yeah, I was like 20 or 21. And my hair, at some places they were just like, it was just straight. And other places were like the curls were really curly, and some were wavy, and it was just like all over the place. And it was like dried out and stuff like that, from straightening it out all the time. And so, really, but it wasn't that bad. And so all I needed to do was just soak my hair in the water. That would have eliminated all of my problems. Eventually, my curls would have came back if I would have just taken the time to do that. And maybe my hair would have been longer. But who knows? Maybe I wouldn't be here today talking about how you can wear your hair out every day. You know what I mean? Maybe I would still have, fell back on my comfort and worn my hair in a bun. But the point is to say that there is a way to do this. There is a way to learn how to enjoy your curls without going to that extreme. But that is my story. That's how it happened for me. And with my sister, I thought about it, how I would want her to learn this, right? And I thought about it, and I'm just thinking to myself, maybe if for your hair, you could, um, and this is just like for all hair types. It just happens to be that I'm curly, you know what I mean? But if you're straight, whatever kind of hair you have, you can learn to enjoy it. And so, I would say suggest to her, maybe some days she could wear her hair out while she's home. She could wear her hair out while she's home, and she doesn't have to go anywhere, but she can just let it out and play with it and enjoy it, for whatever it naturally is. And she can learn to love it, learn to have it out, because it can be this uncomfortable at first when you're not used to wearing it outside, right? And then all of a sudden one day you wear your hair out outside, and it just feels doesn't feel as natural. So if you gain that practice of just practicing at home, then that would be a different story, right? um Also, maybe you can work into it. Maybe you're not used to the whole water process of using only water in your hair, but for those 3 days or that 2 days, Friday, starting Friday, or maybe just Saturday and Sunday, for that weekend, you practice the water method. You don't go anywhere. You just practice the water method and see how that goes for you, right? Try it outside, go to the store, in case nobody sees you or watches you. Another thing I would suggest, you know, hmm, besides the water method and practicing wearing your hair out, is just, really think about it. Really think about why you like your hair or why you don't like your hair. What makes you not want to wear it out? Like, are you comparing your hair to someone else, or, another hair type, or what you think nice hair is? Are you doing that to yourself? Because, maybe that's what's stopping you, right? And that was also something that happened to me. I realized that the way that the world kind of teaches you about your hair is like, you know, to compare yourself to others, right? And it's just not a good feeling. Like, I was taught that, the world, even for straight hair people, they're also taught that, they have to have curly hair. I've heard a lot of girls, say that they felt like they had to go, get curly perms on their hair in order to feel pretty, like for picture day or something like that. But for the curly girls, they felt like they had to go straight and straighten out their hair. So the world kind of teaches you that the opposite, what you don't have, is what's better. You know what I mean? And that's just not true. One thing that I would suggest for both hair types, is going to the salon and getting your hair naturally done. I did this, I think, 2 years ago. I had a show that I performed in, and I really wanted, my whole thing is my hair and my curly hair and stuff like that. So um, I wanted my hair to, be natural, nice and natural, and be, what's the word I'm looking for? I wanted to look good. But curly, not straight, right? Because I decided I wouldn't do that anymore. And so I went to the salon and I got my hair done naturally. So they just used whatever I had, and they just, perfected it a little bit. And it came out nice, and it was just like such a good feeling to look in the mirror, go to the salon, and feel like I didn't have to change myself. Like, I didn't have to change anything about me, like, so drastically. You know what I mean? Like, because from curly to straight, it might seem so normal, but it's actually really a big difference. You know what I mean? Like, that's why people always think they look different. You know what I mean? People think they look different from, curly versus straight, because it's true. It's such a big difference. And like, it makes you feel like, oh, I'm gonna go to the salon, and oh, I want to look pretty for picture day. And then you feel like, in order to feel pretty, you have to change who you are. And I felt like that for so many years. I felt like I had to, um, get my hair straight in order to feel beautiful. And, that's an awful feeling. And it's the same thing for, the opposite. Like, some straight hair girls felt that way too. And it's awful. So I would suggest that you take yourself to the salon and get your hair naturally done. So, you just I don't know what the proper term is, but obviously for straight hair, they would just get their hair blown out naturally. And they would leave with it looking nice, right? And feeling beautiful. And it's the same thing for curly hair. What they would do is, they would just use a curl diffuser, which is basically a hair dryer but for curly hair, and they would just, make it look nice and neat, and they would maybe make your curls look more defined. And so yeah, I mean, I could show you guys a picture of that. I have a picture of it on my Instagram, but I just remember feeling like so good, and it was just such a great feeling to have to, to be able to feel beautiful in my own skin in a way, in my own natural look, you know? And I would suggest that for everybody. And if you're a guy who also, has long hair and is into that, obviously it also applies to you too. So you might want to take that into consideration also, because I know a couple of guys who are into growing their hair out, and I always see them straightening it out. Like, I didn't notice that until now, but I most of the time I would see them straightening out their hair. And yeah, you don't need to do that. You know what I mean? You just have to find a way to love it. And it's like a lot of psychological um things that you have to think about. It's a lot of turmoil that you have to get over in a way. But you can do it. You know what I mean? And because it's also very light and simple. You know what I mean? Just wear your hair down. That's it. But you know what I mean. So let's see. What else did I want to say? Yeah, and also, for whatever hair type you are, water is the cure. And I know there's lots of people who they're just stay away from water, and even like a lot of curly hair people that I know, they also think that water, too much water dries out the hair, but it's a lie. It's a myth. You need water in your hair. You need your water. It's like drinking water. You have to have it in your hair just as much as you drink it. And you need to drink water every day. And so it's just like that. But the more you have it in your hair, the more you leave it in your hair, the better your hair will be. So no matter what kind of hair type you have, that's the secret. That's the cure. That's what you have to do in order for you to grow your hair. There are a lot of people that they just leave oils in their hair. And that's not good. You can't leave oils in your hair for too long, because that will damage the scalp, and it's like kind of drowning. If you leave the oils in your hair, it kind of drowns your hair, and then your hair won't grow because it's not able to, because it has those chemicals in the hair. You know what I mean? That's why, like, it depends on what kind of oils you buy too. The more natural, the better for you. Cocoa butter is the best, but what I'm doing with my hair and cocoa butter is, all I do is I get the cocoa butter stick, I melt it. It's like $1, okay? So it's really inexpensive, but that's how natural it is. That's why it costs so less. And so I melt it in the microwave, and or whatever you can do, and then I just put it in my hair, and I move it around the scalp. I put all over the to the end. A little goes a long way as long as you rub it through, gently just put it all through, and then I let it sit in my hair before the shower, you know, 30 minutes or so, and then I will gonna get in the shower, hot shower, and then I'll wash it off. It helps me, like, it's like basically a conditioner now for me, because it helps me to comb out my hair easily. Especially with my hair being so used to, like, the chemicals and stuff like that, it needs something. So that's what I do, and then I rinse it out, and then don't worry if there's still some in your hair. That's okay. But make sure you thoroughly wash it out, and then just do that for the next day, right? For every day after that, make sure that you rinse your hair out. And yeah, that's what's been working for me. And I really love how my hair feels. I love how it looks with this whole cocoa butter method now. But before that, it was just strictly water. But now my hair is getting harder to manage, because it's been such a long time I've been with this water method. But believe me, It works, it works, it works. You just have to give yourself time. You have to find a way to work through it. You have to find a way to make it work for you because these conditioners and stuff, they've made it so easy for you to fall back on, but it's not worth it at the end of the day if it's going to damage your hair and you can't wear it out naturally. Um, and yeah, so water is the cure. You need to soak your head, your scalp, and your water and your hair in water for about 15 minutes, let's say 3 times a week. We could say that. Or even if it's 1 time a week, it's better than zero. But the more water, you want to aim for every single day. That's the real truth about it. Even showering. I know, maybe not everybody showers every day, but it's really important. You have to shower every single day. And that's when you will get that water in your hair, is by doing it every single day. Um, and yeah, so that's the cure. That's how your hair is gonna grow. That's how your hair is gonna change. If you allow your hair to really saturate in water, water, water. That's it. Um, Another thing that I wanted to say, another thing that's really important, and this is for all kinds of hair, but it's really important for you to comb out your hair every day. That's what I've learned is the difference between being able to wear your hair out all the time versus you know feeling the need to put your hair up in a bun all the time, because that was another reason that why I didn't wear my hair out growing up, was because of that. People saying, oh, it's gonna get naughty, you know the whole, they used to tell you that, right? They used to say that you couldn't wear your hair out every day because you can't manage it, but that's the whole point. That's what good hair management is. If you comb out your hair in the morning and you comb out your hair at the night before you go to bed, then it's going to be easier for you the next day to do your hair. So, finding the time to do that is important. It's just like brushing your teeth or eating. You have to find the time to do these important things in your day. And, the more you take care of yourself, then the more, you find other things that you have to do. So, exercising, eating, drinking water, combing your hair out, those are all things, that you have to do to take care of yourself. But when it comes to hair management, it's really important for you to comb out your hair every day. And, it's better if you do it in the morning and at night. And of course, the same thing with showering. So the more water you get on your skin and your face and your hair, the healthier, these parts of your body will be. So that was another tip that I have come up with to manage my hair. And my hair is curly, so I'm always thinking curly, curly. That's the first word that comes out my mouth. But it's really actually neutral. It's for everybody and for all hair types. You need to comb out your hair in the morning and at night before you go to bed in order for you to manage it better. And so that's basically what I was doing. And with the water, so using the water every day allowed my hair to get, this manageable. But of course, there's still more to go. You know what I mean? My hair is not completely um, silky smooth yet, but it's gonna get there with time and with me staying consistent with this water method. And I know this probably is the first time that you've heard of it, or maybe this isn't the first time. Maybe you've heard it before. I remember some people telling me this actually, like in high school too, and I just thought they were crazy, and I just didn't believe them until now, like actually trying it for myself and just kind of being meditative in a way, like, just trying to find different ways for me to be healthier and happier. What could I do? What could I change? How could I make my life better? Thinking about all these different things allowed all this kind of knowledge to find me. And so until then, that was it. Because before that, I didn't believe it. And honestly, you have to try it. And if you watch my other video about like your skin and like dry skin, like on your feet and stuff like that, water is so powerful. It got rid of my dry skin on my feet. So I know that's another thing that is hard to believe. I tried telling my mom, but she just doesn't believe me. And I don't know why, because I mean, fine, I do know why. It's hard to believe, but you have to try it, you know what I mean? She just doesn't do it because I know she doesn't believe me because I've told her about it and she didn't try it yet. So it's like, why wouldn't you, right? You know what I mean? If you did believe me, I'm sure you would because it's nothing you could. It's so easy to do. All you have to do is soak your feet in water every day. It's hard to believe, but it just takes time. Okay, it just takes time. Don't expect to see results in a week, depending on how your situation is. You could watch that video. Okay, and it's the same thing with the hair. Don't expect quick, fast results. Don't expect it to be super easy. You know what I mean? Just take your time, enjoy it, right? This is something that you've probably always wanted to do and you just didn't. So, take this opportunity to do it and, see how it works for you. For me, it's working out great. And and yeah, I think that really is it. I think that's it. And when I say this is something that you always wanted to do, I mean, you've always wanted to, wear your hair out. You know what I mean? You always wanted to, have, healthy hair and stuff like that. So, pursue it, make your dreams happen. Um, and yeah, let's see. Is there anything else? Hmm. Let me show you this. Speaking of curly hair, I just got this doll yesterday. This is something else about me, with my whole YouTube channel. I collect toys, now, and that's another story to tell you. But I just got this doll. This is Icy Girl. I didn't name her. It comes with the box. Let me prove it. Okay, here it goes. Here is the name, Icy Girl. You see, I did not name her. It comes with the box. And if you watch my channel, then I have a toy collection and everything. You can watch my arcade video with my LOL boy. And yeah, they're just really, really inspiring. I love this doll because she has this curly hair. So that's that's why I brought her out because she's on my desk. And I just opened her before I made this video. And yeah, I just love looking at her because she just inspires me to like love my hair even more. You know what I mean? And I can't wait until my hair is this long. But yeah, I love these dolls. I love their fashion and I just love what they're all about, just like being crazy, be who you are and wear whatever you want, okay, yeah, that's completely random. But I guess that means that this is definitely, the end of this video. I have another video. I have like footage of me talking about my LOL dolls and fashion, and it's a really cool video, but it's just all over the place and I have to put it together. But I think I'm gonna post that because it's just going to inspire us all to, get into fashion mode and, start embracing our creative fashion styles. But yeah, okay, so that is it for this video. I hope that I'm inspired you to embrace your natural hair and yeah. I feel like there's more I need to say, but it's been like 30 minutes already. So yeah, I think that's it for the video. I have no idea if there's anything else I want to say. Okay, so thanks for watching and bye. Let me know how everything goes. Um oh, don't forget to listen to my music. I have a new song out called Far that I wrote. Um and I think that's it. Yeah, okay, I think that's it. Add me on Instagram, in Music1AC. Follow me if you like this video. And I have a lot of other stuff on my channel, like not only just with my music, but like how to paint your nails, tips, like beauty tips, some secrets, some other stuff that I know. And yeah, that's it. All right, thanks for watching. Bye.